What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're doing a full-on makeup tutorial. We haven't done one of these in a long time, but I feel like this would be beautiful wedding guest makeup or any type of like occasion you have. I just wore this to a baby shower, bridal shower, really any event. I do feel like, I mean, it is summer right now, but I do feel like this could be any season. Like there's no crazy like colors where I feel like this is like only for summer. I would wear this in the fall, I'd wear this in the winter, I would wear this in the spring. So I feel like it's like a year-round wedding guest makeup tutorial, but like I said, any occasion. This makeup is locked and loaded, it's not gonna move. I feel like it's like me but elevated. It doesn't feel like heavy. All products that I use and love so much. So if you wanna see how I got this makeup look right here, keep on watching. Okay, so for starters, I have a little bit of my Glazing milk and then my Colleen Rothschild moisturizer. That's all I have for skin prep. Oh, and also her tinted illuminating eye cream. So that's all I have on my skin right now. I'm gonna actually use a little more of this for my face. I like to make a little concoction. This just adds such a gorgeous natural glow to the foundation. Okay, so then I'm using Haus Labs, which is the goat, honestly. I'll do 1 pump of that, maybe 1.5. And then I'm mixing in my L'Oreal Lumi Glotion in the shade 903, just like that much. I'm just gonna mix it together. Look at that consistency. You can just see how gorgeous it is. It's like satin. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with my fingers and kind of spread this around so that it's evenly distributed. I feel like this works better than just going right on with a brush. Your brush sucks it all up and there's more product in some places. I'm also trying to film this for Instagram Reels, so just bear with me. And then I feel like this step is very important because this brush is elite. So this is the It Cosmetics brush. It was on sale for Prime Day, like 40% off, which was so crazy. Honestly, should have bought another one. But it's a pricey brush, and I'm telling you, no other brush applies my makeup this way. I don't know what it is, but I'm just telling you, this is the brush. This is the one. I used mostly all of it. I'm just trying to give myself a good base here. Even everything out, bring it down the neck, under the ear, want everything pretty even, but I will say it's a pretty good shade match for me right now. In the Haus Labs foundation, I'm at 300. All right, I'm just gonna let that marinate for a minute, and I'm gonna put my brow on. This is the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I've told you guys about this before, and I've told you that I don't think you need it. I might take that back. This has grown on me so much. I genuinely love it. I love how it makes my brows look. It just laminates them up. I put it on, and then I use my finger to just kind of like press down my brows so that I get that laminated look. You just don't want to use a lot of this. You want to use very minimal. This is just going to lock your brows. It's gonna lock them and load them. I'm gonna fill in a teeny bit more with my Anastasia pencil just to like fill them out a bit. I really only do this when I have some type of event or like, you know, something special, not necessarily an everyday thing for me anymore. And the shade is medium brown. Doing these tiny little strokes, like straight lines to just fill them out. Okay, so I would recommend you do your brows first. That was a mistake on my part. Do your brows first, then do that foundation step. Now for bronzer, I'm using my LYS in the shade Harmony. I think I'm gonna go right on the face with this. This is what I did the other day and it worked. I was in a rush. You could also put it on the back of your hand and then use your brush, but this worked for me. So we're sticking with it. Bronzing and contouring with this. I feel like I can do that with this shade because it's pretty neutral. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. And a little bit of this goes a long way. You're gonna see like this is gonna tan me right up. See how that just melts in so quick? So pretty. For that nose contour, I literally just do the bronzer and blend it in. We're gonna clean it up more with the concealer, but okay, we should be looking kind of like this at this point. Time for concealer, and I feel like this is really important. I'm using the brightening, I think it's like the color corrector from Kosas. It's the pink shade Magic, and this is just going to brighten up your under eye, and I feel like it makes such a big difference in the overall look and how it comes together. A little bit right there. Concealer brush, just press that in right where you're darker, where the hollows are, where we want to be super bright, right like that. Okay, and I'm bringing it up and out too. You can see a little bit goes a long way. Then Radiant Creamy Concealer from Nars, right on top of that. And then I'm when I put this everywhere else, I want bright, or I have like blemishes, zits, whatever. Here to just kind of carve out that cheekbone and brighten up right here. I also like to do the corners of my mouth. Okay, so this is really going to shape the face. I'm using that same concealer brush from It Cosmetics. I'm just gonna start pressing that in. You can see the finish of the under eye. The combo of those two products, it's so good. I'm also kind of bringing that up on the side of my nose and then maybe hitting like the tops of my brow bones a little bit. Switching brushes and going back to that It Cosmetics brush. And that's gonna blend in the rest of this. And it's gonna kind of marry all of these products together seamlessly. You can see I am just pushing that into the skin. Guys, we haven't done like a straight up makeup tutorial in so long, forgetting that I have to like explain things. I'm usually just chatting with you. I mean, look at the skin at this point. It's really crazy. So glowy and even. I just love, 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 love this combo. I actually didn't do any liquid blush, which I liked. Well, I do it later. Time for powder. You're gonna be mad at me, but I'm using the Prism Weave, the old one. I'm sorry, but I really, it's that good. It's that good, okay? So if you have the new formula, you can use that one. Or I would even do like maybe a La Mercier right now, depending on your skin tone, or Kosas Cloud Set. This one, I just feel I need a little bit more. So I did do a little bit of this on top, but my base was this. I'm using a puff. Any puff you have is fine. Okay, and then it's about this, like, full of powder, tapping off any excess on my wrist, any clean part of your hand. And then I'm focusing this right around my mouth where I get oily, bringing it up, really focusing on my T-zone and just pushing that in. Guys, you can do this with any powder, okay? Don't be mad at me. I just love that one so much. We're quite dewy, so I just wanna make sure I've kind of set all of that in place. Then I'm gonna go a little bit more in the lid, and I'm gonna bake a little. I'm gonna, boom. Oh, I'm using a lot of powder, I'm so sad. When you're baking, I don't feel like you need to tap off any excess powder. This is just going to carve the face out even more and make that like shape that we're creating last longer. Just let that sit. This is really where I want the, make sure you're even though. I feel like I'm a little off right here. It's a little higher. Time for eyes. Literally the most simple eye ever. Eyeliner and mascara, that's it. Okay, I'm like really not an eyeshadow girl anymore. It's crazy. So I'm using Persona 24-hour waterproof eye pencil. I'm gonna sharpen it. And this is the shade Chocolate. I'm just gonna start here and pull it out a little bit right there. So I'm like concentrating the product here, like on the outer corner. Okay, then I'm gonna use my nail and I'm gonna kind of pull that out a little bit. Do a little bit on that lower lash line. I actually used a tiny pencil brush for this. So I'm just going to kind of smudge that out with the pencil brush on the lash line. You can always grab your concealer brush and kind of like clean that up or make it smaller, whatever. I just kind of smudge it till I like how it looks. I don't want it like too harsh and I don't want it too, I don't know the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. So it's just gonna give our eye a little bit of a pull upward, a little bit more shape. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Love how creamy this product is because it just lets you like smudge it and manipulate it till you like it. Just making sure they're even on both sides. So I added a little bit more. If you need to be sold on this It Cosmetics brush more, you can flip over the brush and this can be your concealer brush, which is also so good. You don't need a separate concealer brush. I just happen to have it. So that's eyes. For mascara, I'm using my Pixi by Petra Large Lash Mascara in black. I've recently told you guys I fell in love with this and I cannot stop using it. I literally need to buy another one because I'm going through it so fast. I cannot stop using it. Just wait until you see what it does to my lashes. I like to look down in a mirror and then kind of blink on it. That was just a couple of passes and look at the difference. Ugh, I'm really obsessed with it, it's so good. The reason I like to look down in a mirror is because you can really get to the base of the lash this way. It really coats them, and blinking just gives it like, almost like the muscle behind it to really get that pigment through the lashes, if that makes sense. Like you can't do that with just your hand. Like you need the push from your eyelids to blink. And that's so good. Okay, and then just a little bit on that lower lash line to define the lashes. Again, I really only do this for like events. My lower lash line, I usually leave that bare, but honestly I think this would be a beautiful wedding guest makeup. Okay, I made a little bit of a mess, which is standard, but we're just gonna let that dry. We'll clean it up in a second. Okay, we're nearly there. We need to just dust this off. And then this is the point where I'm gonna grab my Kosas and I'm going to just put a little bit in the cap with my fluffy brush and hit all over just to make sure I'm like fully set. And this is going to last, which this makeup lasted so many hours. Let me think. I did it at like 9, and I wore it all night. Like I didn't even touch up after, like we had a little after thing. And it looked good till probably 10 p.m. I feel like this is minimum 12-hour makeup, maybe longer. Feel great about where we're at. I think I just wanna clean up this mascara really quick before we do blush. So opposite side of your brow product or any spoolie you have, make sure that mascara has dried, and then you're just going to kind of scratch it off and it will flake right off and you don't even have to worry about it. Okay, for blush, you guys already know I'm using my Blushes Life from Kosas. And this is the shade Dreamland, specifically for summer, or if you have some kind of tan or similar like skin tone to me that I am right now. This shade is so stunning. Just watch, just watch what it does. Do you see how this instantly glow, color, blur, little tiny bit on the chin. You don't need highlight, you don't need blush, you don't need any more powder but that. Okay, and then I do a little bit of this just on the eyelids so it's like kind of all brought together. It sets a little bit more. Is that not beautiful? Okay, if you want a little bit more and you want to be like maybe a little more summery, this is the one I will go on top with, which is Say, and it's the shade Baby, and it is a liquid formula, but you can go over top with powder. Just be careful. Put it on the back of your hand, press it in with your finger, and then I'm just going to super lightly press this on. It's really not even necessary. But if you want a little bit more of that like baby pink type color and a little bit more almost like glow from the liquid product, a little bit more skin-like when you do that on top, like look at that. The lips are fun. I think that's all we have left. It was fun to do these. I was very proud of how the lip turned out. I had to go back into my purse to get all the products. Okay, so first one is the lip contour stain from Huda. You guys, you saw my recent video. I got this in and I've really fallen in love with it. This is the shade Toasty Brown. So this is gonna contour our lips. We're gonna do this first. You wanna store these this way so that the pigment ends up in the little felt tip. Just keep that in mind. It is kind of annoying, honestly, because like when it's in my bag, it's not. Like I almost wish she made this cap fatter and it could have just sat on its own like this, then I would like line them up. Okay, so we're just going to really lightly hit underneath and then smudging that out. So this is gonna stain. So you need to be like pretty aware of where it's going. But you can see that just added so much more of a pout. So I'm just doing it here, a little bit up on the sides, and then we're gonna do the top right there. And you can see I'm going kind of right across the Cupid's bow and then keeping this right on my lip line. Is that not crazy what that does? We're like fully contouring the lips. And I like how you can kind of smudge it. The shade is perfect for contouring. This is, what did I tell you? Toasty Brown. You can like completely redefine your actual lip line. That's amazing. Yeah, but the only annoying thing about these is that the felt tip pen, it does take a minute for the product to get in there, so it's kind of annoying. Okay, but then I was really fancy and I grabbed, I think it was this pink one, pretty sure, the baby pink, and I kind of did the same thing, but a little different. So here, a little bit more inside my lip line, like not overlining, here on these corners. See how this just like kind of adding color where I don't have it, so it's just creating a little more shape that I want. Like I said, the most annoying thing is making sure the pigment is where you want it, but it helps you not go crazy, which is kind of good. Sometimes I feel like there's nothing on here. It's annoying. You can see it, it's light, but that's good because it's a stain. So even when my other liner and my gloss were off, like this is how my lips looked, which I just feel like is so much nicer than like nothing. You know what I mean? Which usually happens. Okay, so I feel like you can see the pigment better now, and I'm leaving the center totally bare. I'm going back with that brown, and I'm just making sure I'm like fully lined. Okay, that's pretty good for a base. I know it's a little over the top, but it makes such a difference. Okay, then Wherever Walnut, Makeup Forever, to just normally line. So I'm kind of going right on top of what I just did, but the way this like marries them all together is so pretty. Just smudge dudge, fill in those outer triangles. Okay, so your lips should look like that. I'm gonna do a teeny bit of my blush in the very middle. That Say blush I did right there. I told you the lips were excessive. Okay, and then Faux Filler Oil Huda, and this is the Juicy Goji. So it's a little bit of a pink pigment right on top. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready. I'm obsessed with this stuff. The way it feels like complete silk on your lips, and the finish it gives your lips, which is just like this smooth, glossy. It's so comfortable, it doesn't taste disgusting. I'm obsessed. Okay, grabbing a tiny bit more powder just to set those areas that get yucky. One more time. I usually only need to do that twice, and then I'm locked and loaded. I can't remember if I did setting spray, but I honestly don't think I did because this finish was just too good. I still had a little mascara on this lid, so I just cleaned that up. That's the face, you guys. Okay, so I just styled my hair really quick, decided to film that in another video. So I'll link it below. I'll pop it up right here, maybe not. I don't know if it's done yet. Go watch the really quick, easy blowout hairstyling video for this look if you wanna see it. I'll put it below for you, but it's really simple, and I just felt like I've been getting some hair tutorial requests, so I wanted to film that for you guys too. Okay, what do we think? Final look. I'm obsessed with this. So happy with how it came together. I really feel like it's still glowy and natural. It doesn't feel like heavy makeup, especially because there's not much on the eyes. I feel like sometimes when you do a lot of eyeshadow, it can like weigh you down, but this, I don't know, this just still feels like me. It feels like me, but elevated. So I love this look. I hope you guys use it. I hope it helps you. I hope I explain things well enough. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done a tutorial. So let me know if you guys want more tutorials. You can definitely do them. I'm gonna link all of these makeup products in the description box for you so you can get any of them that you want. Let me know if you have any questions about anything I used or anything that I did. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure you subscribe before you go. I love you, and I'll see you in my next one.